Hello everyone, welcome to Osirian Rivers channel, where we blend rune stones with oracle cards to bring you your message. This message is for Scorpio moons, but also sun and rising if you want. I've just found that if you know your moon sign and you know me, I pick up on people's moon signs like no tomorrow. So the rune stone that we've pulled for Scorpios is Joy Reversed. Maybe there's some new undertakings you guys have that you're not really looking, the prospects just, it's not what you wanted. It's not coming out the way you wanted. And honestly, it isn't for anybody. It's not coming out the way anybody wants right now. Scorpios just have this ability to sort of get people to do what they want, really. The way that they see things is the way they get things to turn out. Like, they just master situations. And with the joy reversed, it's saying right now, you need to be a master of yourself and not be looking at whatever anybody else has going on or how it's related to you. Typically, a Scorpio can just talk somebody out of something or talk somebody into something. And right now, that was going to be tricky even for a Scorpio moon. However, if you change your perception and sort of look out the window, enjoy the way the world's passing you by, regardless, there's so much beauty to be had in doing that, in releasing what you want the outcome to look like. If you're holding on to an idea about joy, that it's gonna come a specific way, that has to be released. You have to let go of that, because that particular avenue is closing off and all these new doors are opening up. So you want to make sure you're focused on that instead of whatever brief little crisis, baby crisis, do, baby crisis, do, baby crisis, do, baby crisis. I'm sorry, I just had to do that. It's gonna be stuck in your head forever, but it's brief. The crisis is so brief. So you have this card, prayer. And this card, the guy didn't know if he wanted to leave the city or if he wanted to stay at the farm, and he ends up growing to old age, just chilling on his family farm. And he liked it, because he got past that little childish urge in him to go out and test other people, and instead just learned that was just a test for himself, and that he was exactly where he needed to be. At any moment, if you feel like you're not living your destiny, you are. It's absolutely impossible to not be yourself. It's possible to not be in alignment with yourself, with your true self. That happens to everybody, myself included. However, it's not possible to just throw your life off the track. Basically, you're going a certain trajectory, and either your perception tells you it's the wrong way because you're turning around backwards, digging your heels in and trying to stop, or like you're just chilling, like looking out, just being like, wow, this is great. Another card dealing with perception is this bittersweet card, where it's somebody's birthday but there's a death in the family. And everyone comes together and they still sing happy birthday. And the little kid whose birthday it is, who doesn't really understand death and has a different perception, has a great time because everybody else is able to be like, look towards where the joy is and not get lost in the test of the crisis. So there might be some things where you really thought you were going to get help with, or you thought a person was going to react a certain way and they didn't. And it's okay that they didn't, because the issues in your life are all your issues. The relationships that we have with other people are mirrors for ourselves. Yeah, mirrors for ourselves. Okay? When somebody does something that makes you mad, a lot of times look at that, because that could be something you're doing or some aspect of something that is messed up in your head. And find where the joy is and go celebrate it. Even though the journey that you have towards old age with whatever decision you make in your life, any decisions, big or small, it just might take a little bit longer to come to fruition. And that small blip of unsurety, where you just sort of like ill at ease because you just thought that person was like gonna be your friend or gonna do this one thing, and then you didn't even realize, oh, maybe I was taking them for granted? Or maybe they were taking you for granted, because you can always flip it the other way. With general messages like these, you know, it could very well be people were looking at you trying to get you to do whatever to bring them joy, and you're not focused on that. You're looking somewhere else. So find your cup of lemonade, sit back and relax, because the chips are just going to fall where they're going to fall. Everything is going to go right into its place, and you might have a desire to meddle or gossip, and you really want to hold that tongue. Scorpio's tongue can be like a dagger. They know exactly what to say to cut you. You have to accept that you have that ability and eat your humble pie. Know that just like you have that ability, somebody else has that ability too. There's more Scorpios out in the world. We all have the signs aspected in a certain way in our life. So you need to know what your decisions are, what is of truest value to you as a person, and adapt your perspective and your priorities around that. But it won't be perfect. Accept that things aren't going to be perfect. And you might even think that they're perfect, and you might be acting like they're perfect, and then somebody's like, oh, you thought I wanted that pie? Or you thought you could give me this? Or you thought you were going to get some of my whatever, and then you don't. This story about perfection is a beautiful woman who just wears makeup for whatever and always goes around telling everybody the truth. And some people don't want to hear the truth. It's not your job to tell somebody that they're fat or they smell bad or that you don't like them. You just have to accept that you don't like them and look at how it relates to you and put your perception back where it matters the most, which is turning your joy upright. Yeah, that message is short but sweet, because Scorpios, if you can let go and not be stubborn, which is a great quality in the right scenarios, right now in January it's not. Right now in January it's asking you to accept what you have to offer and what is being given to you. Thank you all so much for watching. Please click the like button. That's how we grow as a channel. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can email me at osirianrivers@gmail.com. Thank you.